What do we got today? Yep, it's that time of year, guys. The season's like it's literally like tomorrow, like it actually is. But yeah, we're doing the predictions. It's gonna be a long one, and yeah, it's gonna be pretty crazy. And with that, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the Fun NFL. Please like and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoy this special prediction video. Yeah, I'm gonna be going through every single NFL game this season and giving you guys prediction. We're gonna do in spurts of 4 weeks ish. Yeah, I think I'm gonna. Yeah, we're gonna do something like that. What do we got? Yeah, we're gonna probably do that, and then like the last part is gonna be split up. So again, if you just want to skip the end, you can do that. Also, after that, the regular season part, I'm probably going to put in over-unders, so yeah, that's going to be part of it too, like that part, in terms of win totals, because we'll actually know the records of the teams. But other than that, yeah, the week one predictions, again, if you don't know, I do predictions every single week, so weekly ones. These aren't my official ones, so it is subject to change. It probably will change, to be honest with you guys. These are just who I think are going to win, like, these games, because let's be honest, guys, NFL, like, season predictions are going to have to be crazy, because I don't know anyone who's going to go into the season thinking that the projected win or standings in the NFL for each division is going to be what they actually are. I'm going to get pretty crazy with this because I don't know, like, why wouldn't you? I mean, there's really no other point. It's not like, again, if I was super realistic with this, it would actually happen. So if you're a little bit crazy, who knows? Maybe you hit on something. Again, like last year with the Vikings, I'm going 3-14. They went like 14-3. I'll try not to go too crazy with them. But with that said, again, I'll be doing predictions throughout the entire season. If you didn't remember, I did do for Power Rings. I did do the not Power Rings, did I? Whatever I did for I did college football picks. So yeah, there you go. If you were surprised by that, again, I guess you could have been. But the college football picks will happen every single Thursday night. So again, for kickoff game, that preview will have all the college game picks. Outside of that, though, yeah, that's all I got there. And again, we'll have a preview. For that Thursday night game, and then again the rest of the season, it'll go something like that with a bunch of recaps. Again, if you have watched past in-season content, you'll know what it's like. Anyway, though, if you haven't, well, get ready for the ride. Anyway, though, I guess we'll go right here. So, the week one games, it starts out with, like I said, the kickoff game. This isn't my actual prediction, but I don't know. I guess we'll go with the Eagles here. Yeah, we'll pick them there. Friday night game, this is like the Sao Paulo. I don't know what the heck the NFL's trying to do here. This is like really stupid. Again, Sao Paulo isn't the greatest city. And it's just, I don't really know what they're trying to do there. I think it's on YouTube and stuff. We'll get more into that on Friday, or for Friday. But I guess I'll pick the Chargers here. I don't know who's going to actually win that one, but I'm just going to pick that one. I guess now I'll go to the Sunday games. So what do we got here? Steelers, Jets. Give me the Steelers. Give me we'll say the Dolphins, figure that one out. I'm going to say the Bengals because I think they'll actually, I have some faith in them this season, realistically, though. But when I react to this by the end of the season, I might even change my pick for week one predictions. That'll definitely change. But, yeah. Give me the Patriots here. I won't call it an upset there. I think I picked the Broncos here for my eliminator. If you don't know what an eliminator is, it's basically you have to, like, what do you think is the most bona fide team that's going to win every single week? Again, if you had to pick any team to win a game, who would it be? So I think I picked them, so I guess I have to roll with that. Ravens, Bills. This is just kind of a toss-up. Honestly, I'll go with the Ravens, though. Panthers, Jags. I'll go with the Jags, or I'll take the Rams over the Texans, even though Matt Stafford and all that back issues. I really don't know what that's all about. Again, Cardinals there. Bucks over the Falcons. Again, don't actually take these. At least the week one ones, because they'll probably change. Commanders, I'll take the Seahawks here. Give me the Lions. No, I'll probably take the Packers. And then give me the Vikings here on Monday night. Again, these aren't my actual predictions, like I said. Also, I'll save that. For week two, yeah. I guess, what is the Thursday night game? I don't know. I guess we'll talk about this now. For every single game, in the predictions, I will be tier ranking how good I think the game will be in terms of how entertaining it'll be. So again, if the game sucks, that'll be a tier. You'll see for Thursday. But with that said, I don't know, what is Thursday night week 2? Commanders, Packers, give me the Commanders, so I guess they're off to a 2-0 start. What else do we got? Giants, Cowboys, I don't remember the last time Dak lost to the Giants. 49ers, Saints, give me the 49ers in that one. I guess a bounce back for them. Bears and Lions, give me the Lions. Panthers, Cardinals. Ooh, this is a tough one. I'm going to say the Cardinals figure that one out. So I guess the Panthers dropped to 0-2. And then give me the Vikings over the Falcons. So they got the 2-0 start. Rams over the Titans. What do I see here? Seahawks and Steelers. Honestly, I can see the Rams dropping that one. But Seahawks, Steelers, this is a tough one in week 2. Are they both 1-0? The Steelers are usually pretty good the first couple weeks, so I'll say the Steelers pull that one out. And now what are they? Yeah, there we go. Also, guys, for the Falcons, the Rams have their draft pick, so that could be a little bit biased here. I'll just foreshadow that. And Eagles and Chiefs. I really don't know why this is like the Sunday game. I don't even know if it's a Sunday Night Football. It really doesn't matter though. Eagles are off the mini bye. Again, we'll get more into this when we actually break this down as the season gets going. But give me the Chiefs in this one. Give me the Bucks over the Texans on Monday night. But yeah, I'll say the Chiefs get out to it. No, they're back to 1-1. Eagles drop to 1-1, and then the Bucks 2-0. Texans are 0-2. Give me the Texans. We'll even that up. Bills over the Jets. The Jets are 0-2. Womp womp, I guess. Patriots over the Dolphins. And then give me the Bengals over the Jags. Ravens over the Browns. And then what do we got? This is a tie. Honestly, I'll give the Colts the benefit out there. And then give me, what is this one? Are they 0-1 and 1-0? Yeah. Give me the Chargers there. All right, week 3. Dolphins, Bills. Again, last year, if you don't remember, that was the Thursday night game that Tua got injured. But I guess this one's in Buffalo. Give me the Bills in that one. But honestly, that could go either way. Colts or Titans. I'm going to say the Titans win that one, get their first win of the year. Steelers and Patriots. Steelers win that one. That would actually be interesting if they're both undefeated. I could see that being a national game. Texans and Jags. Wait, when was the last? I think that the last time the Texans lost in Jacksonville, I think was 2017. So I don't think that's changing. Broncos and Chargers. Give me the Broncos there. I think that'll be a good game. Bengals and Vikings. Again, let me look at the division. Again, it's obviously not every time, but usually your best bet is splitting. I think I don't know what the odds are on it, but again, the teams usually split the season series. Bengals and Vikings. The Bengals, what are they now? 2-0. Vikings are 1-1. No, they're 2-0 too. Honestly, give the Vikings a 3-0 start. I don't see the Bengals starting out 3-0. Realistically, guys, do I think that J.J. McCarthy is a good quarterback? No. But, again, let's be honest. Their first 3 weeks aren't that bad. Yes, the Bears, again, these are all losable games, but they're also all winnable games. And, again, the Vikings, the past, what is it? Again, outside the year that Kirk tore his ACL, they've been pretty darn good in one-score games under Kevin O'Connell. I don't know if that's the most sustainable, but again, there's something to that. Again, the best teams in the NFL find a way to win close games, and I'm not saying they're one of the best teams in the NFL, but that is something they do have that kind of separates them from maybe some other middle-of-the-pack team. Jets are 0-2, Bucks are 1-1. The Bucks will figure that one out. Jets to follow 0-3. Raiders, Commanders off the mini bye. I'm gonna say they 2-0. Honestly, give me the Raiders in the upset there. Packers, Browns. Oof. Honestly, I like this. Honestly, I'm gonna say the Browns win that one. Upset the Packers, and the Packers I guess fall to 1-2. Chiefs over the Giants. Womp womp. Giants are 0-3. I talked about how the Giants might fire Dable if they start out 0-4. We'll get into that next week. Then the Monday night game is probably one of the best games of the season. Lions, Ravens. The Ravens really just throttled the Ravens when the Ravens throttled the Lions when they were home a couple of years ago. I honestly could see a similar thing happening, but hopefully it's a better game. Rams and Eagles. This is one of the best games I think of the entire season. I'm gonna say the Eagles take this one later in the season. I don't know though. I really want to pick the Rams there. It depends on what the vibes are going into week 3 there, but I think again the Eagles at home. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt, especially with how Saquon's ran over the Rams over the past 2 matchups there. Falcons, Panthers, both 0-2. I'm gonna say the Panthers win that one, and I'm gonna say the Saints upset the Seahawks. Cardinals, Niners, this could go either way. I'm going to say the Niners figure that one out this year, though. Again, they got swept by them last year. Cowboys and Bears, were the Cowboys undefeated? Another 1-1. I'm going to say the Bears win this one just because I think that is actually a pretty competitive game. And that's also, I think, on a prime, I think it's one of the prime window games. Week 4, this is actually pretty interesting. Titans and Texans. I'm going to say that, honestly, this could go either way. I'm going to say the Texans pull that one out, though. I think they've done pretty good against the Titans recently. Even though last year I think they lost, right, in Houston. I'll say that honestly, you know what? I'll give the Titans that one. I think that'll be an impressive win for Cam Morton, again, so far. Ravens, Chiefs. They're both undefeated. I'm going to say the Chiefs hand the Ravens their first loss. And I guess, yeah, the AFC, only the Steelers are still undefeated, which I don't really know if that's actually going to happen. But, yeah, that's actually crazy. Battle of undefeated teams. Honestly, though, I could see, again, there's got to be more than, 2 undefeated teams going into the... Yeah, I got to bet on a little bit more than that. Realistically, though, it's kind of hard for teams to get past, week 5 being undefeated. Jets and Dolphins, that's actually interesting. I'm going to say the Jets win that one because I don't think they're going to start out 0-4. Bengals and Broncos, that's an interesting one. I'm going to say the Broncos... Honestly, give me the Bengals in that one. That should be a fun one. Vikings and Steelers. Vikings had some pretty good success internationally last year. Again, this is the same thing as Aaron Rodgers. This one in Dublin. I honestly think, though, Aaron Rodgers will play better this time. I don't see them both being 4-0. I'm going to give the Vikings that one to start out 4-0, have another surprise start. Guys, trust me, I don't think J.J. McCarthy's good for quarterback, but again, these are all winnable games for them. Give me the Vikings. I think they're starting out 4-0. Do I think they're this good? No, but I'm telling you, this is what I think is going to happen. Panthers and Jags. Panthers. What are the Patriots now? 2-2. What are the Panthers? 2-2. There we go. Chargers, Giants. Give me the Giants this one as an upset win. Save Brian Dable's job. All right, Saints and Bills. What do we got for the Saints? What are they? 1-2. Bills. Yeah, they're gonna win that. What am I even talking about? That game, that's got to be a win for them. Off the mini bye, like you got to win that one. Lions and Browns. Yeah, give me the Lions. Again, I think they'll win that one pretty handily. Colts and Rams. Rams are gonna win that one. What are the Colts now? Yeah, they're a rough start. Niners and Jags. Give me the Niners in that one. They'll win that one pretty easily. Maybe not easily, but they're gonna win that one. Bears and Raiders. Bears and Raiders. What do I want with this one? Raiders maybe. Wait, what do we got? Honestly, give me the Bears in this one. They're pretty hot there. Seahawks and Cardinals should be a pretty competitive game, but off of what we saw last year, I'm going to say the Seahawks are going to be able to figure that one out again. Cardinals still are 0-2 in the division. Eagles and Bucks. What do we want there? Eagles are 2-1. Bucks are 2-1. Bucks have had their number in the regular season. I'll give them again, especially last year. Commanders and Falcons. This is an interesting one as well. I'm going to say the Commanders are able to pull that one, and the Falcons fall to 0-4. Packers and Cowboys is the Micah Parsons game. I'm going to definitely analyze this a lot more seriously again in season for this one, but I think the Cowboys will get the win there. Packers are 1-3 start, so that's not good. After the first 4 weeks this weekend, we're going to kind of like try to break this down quickly here, but we got the Ravens leading the AFC North at 4 now. One of the two undefeated teams. Bengals and Steelers 3-1. Browns again, not really surprising, 1-3. Bills are 3-1. Broncos and Chargers both 2-2. Again, the AFC West is kind of a mess. Titans and Texans are tied at the top with the Colts and Jags. Again, only the first 4 weeks there, and then again, the Dolphins haven't great. Again, 0-3 in the division. Jets are 1-3. Vikings are the only undefeated team in the NFC. Rams, Seahawks, Rams and 49ers are atop the NFC West. Seahawks and Cardinals are 2-2. NFC East, really nothing that much crazy except the Eagles, I guess, aren't in first. Bucks are 3-1. Panthers and then Saints and then Falcons are the only winless team. NFC North is kind of a mess, but you know that's how we work. Let's get into our next 4 weeks. There we go. All right, guys, moving forward, we're going to go to weeks 5 through 9, so that is 5 weeks in this part. Yeah, I think it'll be a little bit more, at least mathematically, structured or sound, whatever. All right, Texans and Ravens in week 5. The Texans put up a huge upset last year against the, not really, it was a pretty big win against the Bills in week 5. But they're on the road this time, and just because CJ Stroud played such an egg last time he was in his debut against the Ravens. Honestly, I had the Ravens starting out 5-0. Raiders and Colts. Yeah, this game kind of sucks. It's not a good game. Give me the Raiders. Patriots and Bills. Bills. Again, I just don't think Patriots are there yet. Chiefs and Jags. Weird game, but I think the Chiefs are gonna, they're gonna play well enough. Jags just not the great start. Vikings and wait, have we had? I just want to make sure we haven't had Jags Colts yet. Thank God. When's Jags Colts? Again, we haven't gotten to this yet, but the Jags are going to win that one. So, again, I'll just wait for it. I hope I don't forget about that, though. That would be bad. Vikings and Browns in London. Weird game. Again, the Vikings, I don't know why they're playing. They're just going to be in Europe for a month. But I'm going to say the Vikings are, that'll be a weird game. I want to give it to the Browns back, because I think they actually, and that's just like, that would be one that would throw me off. But honestly, again, I think the Vikings will actually start out 5-0 for the second straight season, especially with them going in their bye week. Cowboys and Jets. Give me the Jets. Weird game. I see the upset. Again, they did it, was it 6 years ago now? I think I'll see it this time as well. Broncos and Eagles. Actually a fun game, but again, the Broncos just don't play good against these like high-tier teams on the road. Like last year against the Ravens, it was a disaster. I'm not saying it's going to be like that because the Ravens usually do that midseason, but I just see the Eagles just putting a hurting on them. Dolphins and Panthers. Give me the Dolphins in that one. They're going to bounce back-ish. Titans and Cardinals. Interesting game, but give me the Titans. They're the Cardinals, my bad. They're just a better team. Commanders and Chargers. Really fun game. What do we have? 2-2 versus 3-1. Give me the Commanders in that one. Lions and Bengals. That'll be a shootout for sure. I think the Lions will win that one. We'll get through that one, though. Niners and Rams. I think the Rams will win this one. That's what I'll say going into, again, on the short week. The Rams last year beat the Niners on the road on a short week. Again, the Niners were butchered with injuries, but they're not going to this is a huge difference here. If this game was on a Sunday, I think Brandon Ayuk would be back for this one. And again, they would be able to play him. Who knows? Again, he might come back early, but I think that makes a huge difference. That Rams defense will have a little bit of a lesser of a stress on them. And I think this offense, again, especially with them, with the mini bye week coming up, I think they'll actually be able to play well in this one and get a huge division win. Again, they've had their number. What did they won? 3 straight, I think, against the Niners at this point. Pretty good there. Giants and Saints. This is just, again, not the best game. Also, the Giants figure that one out, though. Bucks and Seahawks. I really hate the Week 5 bye, guys. That's just too early for me. But anyway, back on point here. Bucks and Seahawks. Seahawks get the home W. Anyway, though, Week 6. Broncos and Jets. Yeah, that's just in London, I guess. That's what's going on there. Yeah, the Broncos they'll win that one. Browns and Steelers. Steelers. Again, maybe that'll change, but I'm gonna stick with that. Chargers and Dolphins. From what I see here, I'm gonna say the Dolphins. Now I'll give that one to the Chargers. I don't see them slipping too far. Titans and Raiders. Titans win that one. Again, I hope that's a good game. I think it'll be pretty entertaining. Seahawks and Jags. They haven't played in a while. Now I think about it. The Jags are. Ooh, this is tough. I'm gonna say Jags. I guess pull off somewhat of an upset. Rams and Ravens. Again, the Rams. They played so well in Baltimore a couple years ago. They really deserve to win that one. Again, this is just kind of a game that can go either way. I'm gonna honestly say the Ravens stay undefeated and win that one. I think it'll be a really good game though. Again, we'll see what happens when we get there. I might change my mind there. Cardinals and Colts. Yeah, I don't really care. I'll give that one to the Cardinals as well. So the Cardinals moving to 4-2. Patriots and Saints. Yeah, Patriots. I don't know. Okay, Saints are going to be bad. I think they're going to win a couple games. But, like, yeah, that's a game the Patriots are going to have to figure out if they want a shot at the playoffs. Bengals and Packers. What are the Packers having? Yeah, they're 1-3. The Packers are going to win that one. That's a must win for them. And I think they'll figure it out. Lions and Chiefs. All right. Yeah, this is a tough one for me. I think I'll go with the Chiefs. So the Lions, they're struggling a little bit here. Not bad, though. Bills, Falcons. This is definitely a game the Bills could drop. But I think they'll figure that one out and move to 5-1. So, yeah. Yeah, what do we got with the Falcons? They're 0-5. Eagles and Giants. Eagles. Saquon's going to own them for the rest of their life. It's going to happen. They're going to regret that no matter how much they try not to. Niners and Bucks. Yeah, this is a tough one for me. I'm going to say I mean, the Niners won last year, but we all know they shouldn't have. I think the Bucks will figure that one out. Cowboys and Panthers. Panthers? No, I'm going to go with Cowboys. I think they're still a better team by a decent bit, so I'm not going to try to pull anything crazy there. Bears and Commanders? I'm going to say the Commanders fall in that one. Bears move to 3-2. I'm going to say that's... No. They'll actually finish that game off unlike last year. Week 7, though. Steelers-Bengals. Probably going to be a fun game. I'm going to say the Bengals win that one. I think they're just... Again, they're not going to play the way they did last year against them on, I think it was Thanksgiving weekend, where they gave 50 points or something like that. 400 yards to Russell Wilson. It was ridiculous. Patriots-Titans. This was a crazy game last year. This year, though, I think the Patriots will... They'll win that one. Raiders-Chiefs. When was the last time the Chiefs legitimately lost to the Raiders? I'm joking. They lost on Christmas 2 years ago. But outside of that, they don't lose to the Raiders. Dolphins and Browns. No, they could lose that one. No, realistically, let's think about this. The past couple years, there have been games where they just got, again, it was either 2021, I think they blew out the Raiders. But was it 2022 it was close? Whatever. They have some scary games at home against the Raiders. I think they'll actually play well in this one, though. Dolphins and Browns. Dolphins. Yeah, they're not going to be as bad as Brown. This is when Shedeur Sanders and Dylan Gabriel will probably jump in at that point. They're 1-6. But I think the Browns' offense will be at least respectable enough to the point where I think that Joe Flacco gets at least 7 starts. Colts and Chargers. Yeah, this is a game I can see the Colts winning, but I'm gonna say that's gonna be a rough game. I'm gonna give a nod to the Chargers there. Rams and Jags. What are the Jags? 2-4. I'm gonna say the Rams bounce back and win that one, going to 5-2 in the bye. Weird game though. Again, we'll see what happens. The Jags are gonna always play in London, so we'll see what happens there. Panthers Jets. Panthers. Now move on to the Giants and Broncos. The Broncos, I think, they're not too good. I'm going to actually give this one to the Giants. I'm going to say they pull off an upset win in Denver, move to 3-4. Broncos don't look great. Texans, Seahawks, I mean, this is it's at 10 o'clock, guys. Who's going to actually be up to watch this? I mean, maybe, again, I probably will be, but still. Texans and Seahawks, 2-3, and what are they? It's 3-3. Give me the Texans for a bounce-back win. Eagles, Vikings. Eagles are gonna knock off. Yeah, that's got to be the game. Last year, the Lions did it. I'm gonna say the Eagles go into Minneapolis and send them home. Or not home. They already are. They are home. They're not gonna be undefeated after going into week 8? Yeah. Saints and Bears. Saints pull off an upset win. Bears don't look good. Packers and Cardinals. Packers got another win. Commanders, Cowboys. Cowboys got a big win there. Falcons, Niners. If I give it to them, I'm going to say the Niners pull that one off. Falcons are 0-6. Bucks and Lions. Lions. I got a little bit of parity there. All right, week 8. For this one, what do we got? Jets and Bengals here. 4-3 and 2-5. Bengals win that one. I don't really see some Halloween TS there from 2021. Browns and Patriots. Browns pull off a big upset. Patriots disappointed, I guess. Titans, Colts. Colts win. That's some rookie quarterback. Type things happening there. Thursday night, Chargers and Vikings. That's an interesting game. Give me the Vikings. Niners and Texans. All right. Give me the... You know what? This is tough. Because, you know what? Yeah, I'll give the Chargers. They're home. because like I really think that the Vikings like are gonna start out 5-0. Like I actually think that's gonna happen. I don't think it's gonna be Jaden McCarthy doing much. I think he'll just kind of manage the game. But then these big games, he's gonna really start to struggle. All right, Niners and Texans. I'm gonna say the Texans take care of that one. It should be a good game though. Texans are now on a little bit of a roll there. Bills, Panthers. Panthers pull off a big upset there. Dolphins, Falcons with their first win of the season, and they're going to have to at some point. Bears and Ravens. I want to pick the Ravens. Bears so bad. I'm going to give the Ravens this one, though. Cowboys, Broncos. Yeah, I'm going to give this one to the Broncos. Cowboys fall to 4-4, I guess. Packers and Steelers. Steelers go win that one in a close one. Again, Aaron Rodgers versus former team. I think he'll figure that one out. Commanders, Chiefs. Fun game, but I'm going to say the Chiefs win that one. What are they on? They're a little bit win streak, 4 straight, right? Yeah. Giants and Eagles. You know, the funny thing is I'm actually going to pick the Giants in this one. I think they're going to figure that one out. They can't just again, I think this will still be a bad game for them, but I think they'll figure it out. Bucks and Saints. Yeah, Bucks, they're not going to lose that one. All right, week 9, final one before we, again, review everything again. Ravens, Dolphins. Screw it. Dolphins are going to upset them there. Their offense is just going to have a random big game. Broncos, Texans, my bad. Broncos get a big one on the road. Chargers, Titans, Chargers, Colts and Steelers. Jags and Raiders. This is kind of a crappy game. Raiders. Chiefs and Bills. Again, this is probably going to be one of the best games of the season. Again, we all know, again, the narrative. But Bills in the regular season, I guess you could say. So I guess we'll take them there. Bears and Bengals. What are the Bears? They're sliding a little bit. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. Falcons, Patriots. Again, another game Patriots could drop, but I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt, give them the win there. Panthers and Packers, I like that game a lot, but I think the Packers will win another one and get back there. Bounce back. Panthers are now 4-5. Vikings and Lions, again, I see the Vikings in a little bit of a rough patch here, to say the least. Niners and Giants, don't care. The Niners are going to have to win, again, kind of a winning streak here. Guys, this has got to be honestly, if there's one game I see the Rams, like, there's no way in hell unless, I don't know, their entire team just gets, like, deported or something like that. I don't know. There is no way they lose this game to the Saints. Absolutely no. It's not going to happen. This is, again, for any team. If you're home after a bye week against the Saints, there's no excuse for losing them. There really is no excuse. We got Seahawks and Commanders. That'll be a fun game. Honestly, I'll give the Seahawks the big-time win there. And then we got Cardinals and Cowboys. Cowboys win that one. But, yeah, after 9 weeks, it's a pretty interesting schedule. No one's undefeated. I think, yeah, I had the Ravens losing their first game in week 9. So again, the last undefeated team was finally dropped. I think, again, realistically this season, I think there will be a team. I don't know. We haven't seen a tie in a couple years. I might throw that in there. But yeah, halfway through the season, again, I think the Ravens will be the best team in the NFL. But yeah, I don't see any team again really being undefeated at this point because like with the schedules, I mean maybe I'm not gonna say the Niners are gonna have them with 4 losses, but they win this Rams game. They don't drop to the Bucks. They beat the there's definitely a shot where a reality where the Niners can actually be undefeated. Will that happen? I don't really know. Outside of that though, I don't really see a team being undefeated. I don't have any team outside of maybe against the Falcons who are like 1 win. I don't see any team being absolutely trash. And also this is a good point to mention. I probably should have mentioned this in the intro, guys. There's only I would have like bottom 4 teams I think were really bad. There's gonna be NFL teams this year that you don't before the season starts you don't think are bad. They're gonna be really bad. It always happens. There's got to be terrible teams in the NFL. It's gonna happen. It's how it works. You can't have like a bunch of mid teams. It's not how. I mean, yeah. Last year I think was a little bit crazy. There were like 9 teams that were pretty darn trash. But at least this season, there's gonna be bad teams. There is every year. I gotta predict some bad teams. There's gonna be some ugly records on here. Like why does this team like have a terrible record? It's gonna have to happen, guys. Teams are gonna have to lose games. It's pretty obvious. But yeah. I think it's realistic for there to be an undefeated team at least going into week 9, but I'm going to say that's where it stops because realistically that's where it usually happens. I mean, like once every couple of years, again, you might have like a 10-0 team. That's only every couple of years. And then again, winless teams, at least the past couple of years, it's kind of been hard to get past what was at week 9. But still, that's my these are my standings halfway through the season. Let's start again in the second half now. All right, going into week 10, here are the games. I was going to say the standings, but we kind of already went through that. All right, Raiders and Broncos. It's just not really the most fun matchup. The Broncos swept them last year. I don't really see too much changing, especially with the Broncos being home. Jags and Texans. Yeah, this is a fun matchup. I'm going to actually say the Jags get the win here this time. I didn't like how the Texans played against them last year. Browns and Jets. Ooh, that's a rough game. I'm going to say the Browns win that. Dylan Gabriel's debut. I don't know. Someone like that. I don't really care. It's going to be something like that, though. Bills and Dolphins. Dolphins get a big-time dub there. Steelers and Chargers. I don't know. Do they sweep them? No, I don't think they would. What I'm talking about. Not yet. Steelers and Chargers. 6-2. Yeah, the Steelers are too good of a record. Give me the Chargers in that one. They moved to 7-3. So they're going to have a strong season so far. Falcons and Colts. This is the Hank Bull. Give me the Falcons. I don't want to get too crazy on that. Ravens, Vikings. That's a fun game. Yeah, the Ravens are going to go in there and they're going to beat it up. So the Vikings are now losing 4 straight. Telling you guys, they're going to get out to a hot start. I don't know much after that, though. Patriots and Bucks. Yeah, what are we doing with the Patriots? 5-4, 5-3. Yeah, the Bucks are a better team. I got to see that from them. Giants and Bears. Yeah, Giants in that one. So what are the Bears now? Yeah, 4-5, something like that. Giants, you're 5-5. You're not absolutely terrible. So I guess I would the 0-3 start. They figured it out. Saints and Panthers. Again, that's a game the Panthers are gonna have to win. Cardinals and Seahawks. What do we want in that one? How many games in order are the Saints losing? Actually, not too bad. Never mind. It's Cardinals and Seahawks. Give me the. Ooh, this is a tough one. I'm gonna say the Cardinals actually win that one. Rams and Niners. I have the Niners winning that matchup against them. Lions and Commanders. What are the Commanders? Commanders are gonna bounce back and win that one. Eagles and Packers. Fun game. I think it'll be a really good one. I think the Eagles are actually gonna pull that one out. What do I have? I think I'm going. Yeah, here. All right. Week 11. Jets and Patriots on Thursday night. That's just not gonna be a great game. I'm gonna actually say the Jets. Not a great game by the Patriots. Texans and Titans. What do we want there? I'm going to say the Texans are able to figure that one. Just not a good division. I still it's the worst in football for a reason. Bengals and Steelers. Yeah, Bengals or Steelers bounce back there. What do I have? Did I have the Bengals winning the first matchup? Yeah, I'll say the Steelers win the home one. Or the road one. Whatever. Chargers and Jags. Honestly, guys, I'm going to go with the Jags in that one. So a little bit of an upset. If it registers. There we go. Chiefs and Broncos. You see, the Chiefs, they should have lost to them last year. But I think in Denver, I'm going to say the Chiefs pull off the big win there. Ravens and Browns. This is a good one. I'm picking the Browns, guys. Again, you got to get a little bit ballsy. You'll see what I have in mind for the Ravens a little bit later. But I'm going to say this is like a big upset. Again, it happened last year. Like, why can't it happen again? Commanders, Dolphins, and Spain. This is a really funky matchup. I'm going to say the Dolphins funk out the Commanders in that one. Yeah, not a great. Commanders have not a great season. Again, they're going to definitely have some regression. Bucks and Bills. Yeah, honestly, do I pick the Bills? Nah, I'm picking the Bills there. Cowboys, Raiders, this is not a great matchup. I think I have the Dolphins. How many rattle them? What is it now? 1, 2, 3 straight. 4 out of 5. I'm losing the Falcons, though. Oh, my God. Cowboys, Raiders, not a good game. I'll give the benefit of the doubt to the Cowboys, though. They're now, creeping up on the Eagles. Bears and Vikings. I'll give the Vikings that one. They'll bounce back. Panthers, Falcons. Yeah, I'm going to go with the Panthers there, right? Packers, Giants. I don't want to go too crazy in the Panthers, though, because I kind of did that last year and that didn't really work out. Or 2 years ago, something like that. Packers and Giants. Yeah, give me the Packers in that one. They're coming back. Seahawks, Rams. The Rams have really put a hurting on the Seahawks past couple years. I think they've, outside week 18 last year, they've actually won, I think it was 3 straight in the games that mattered. I'm going to say they win this one at home. Niners and Cardinals. Oof. I'll go with Honestly, I'll go with the Cardinals. We'll even those up. Lions and Eagles. This is a game I want to say the Eagles are going to lose, but I think they're going to figure it out. Week 12. This is going to be, I think this is one of the better weeks. Yeah. Bills, Texans on Thursday Night Football. Texans, again, they pull off another big win against the Bills like they did last year. Colts and Chiefs. Trap game, times 1,000, but I'm going to say the Chiefs win it because they're at home. Patriots and Bengals. Bengals win that one. Again, I hate the bye week in week 14, but again, that's just what we got to do, I guess. Jets and Ravens. The Ravens don't drop 2 games like that again. Browns and Raiders. Yeah, the Raiders. Yeah, they're gonna get back on track, ish. Not really. Steelers and Bears. What do we got? 7-3. What do we got? 4-6. Yeah, give me the Steelers now. They're gonna be 8-3 now. Seahawks and Titans. What do we got there? 3-7 and what is it? 4-6. Yeah, give me the Seahawks. Jags and Cardinals. I know that the Jags haven't been great, but the Cardinals have been not great. And we'll give the Jags a road win there. I don't even know who I picked the Seahawks. I think I picked the Seahawks, right? Yeah. Anyway, Vikings and Packers. Packers, huge win there. Giants and Lions. Oof, I want to pick the Lions and the Giants so bad. Lions win that one there. So, again, the NFC North is just a complete mesh pit there. Saints and Falcons. Saints get a huge division where there. I think that'll happen there. They did it last year. And, again, with the PSB, those team being terrible, I don't really see anything else changing. Eagles and Cowboys. Cowboys have had their number there at home. Again, not last year because I don't know, Dak got injured. I think they'll actually win that one there. So, again, it registers. There we go. Bucks and Rams. This is going to be a really fun one to watch. I'm going to say the Rams win it in a shootout. Panthers and Niners. Yeah, the Niners are going to win that one. We don't want the Panthers being with a winning record so far. Yeah, and then there's week 12, week 13, Thanksgiving week. Our Thanksgiving schedule is absolutely stacked. Again, we'll get back to that by Thanksgiving. But I'll be really interested to see what these standings are. I would actually love this. I'm going to say the Lions, though, knock off the Packers there. Cowboys and, that's actually a good one because I think the Packers definitely get some pass rush. But I think I'll give them the Lions in that one. Chiefs and Cowboys, What do we want here? I'm gonna go with the Cowboys. They're gonna get a big win there. Yeah, there we go. Bengals and Ravens. No, never mind. I'll go with the Chiefs. Bengals and Ravens. All right. I don't think. I think Ravens people are gonna hate this, but guys, Lamar. Again, he had his MVP season. He ran for 1,000 yards the next season. Injuries riddled his next 2 seasons. The past 2 seasons, he has been a much better passer. I have a really bad feeling. I don't know. I just have a feeling that he's going to get injured sometime around Thanksgiving. And it's going to be like those 2 years where he's just not going to come back. So, I'm going to say they win this one, but Cooper Rush might have to be doing a little bit more after this week. With that said, though, the Sunday games, this is just not a very good game. I'm going to say the Titans win that one, though. Texans and Colts, honestly give the Colts the upset there. Raiders and Chargers, yeah, give me the Raiders there. Bills and Steelers, yeah, give me the Bills. They're gonna throttle the Steelers in Pittsburgh. I think that should be the headline of the week. Saints and Dolphins, Saints. Yeah, the Dolphins are just gonna be like, what the hell just happened, sort of thing. Falcons and Jets. How bad are the Jets? They're not good. I'm gonna give the Falcons that one. Niners and Browns. Niners. That's a game they're gonna have to win. Broncos and Commanders. That's a fun game. I think the Commanders won a desperate battle there. Giants and Patriots. Giants get just too many wins. Too many wins. Patriots get a win going to the bye week. Bears and Eagles. What are the Bears? 4-7. Yeah, good the Eagles to win there. I think that's on Black Friday. Yeah. Cardinals and Bucks. Bucks. Cardinals followed back to 500. Rams and Panthers. That's definitely a trap game for the Rams, but I think they'll figure that one out. Vikings and Seahawks. Seahawks. Yeah, that's not gonna be a fun one. Yeah. There we go. Week 14, and then we'll look over the standings. Monday night Eagles Chargers. That's a huge matchup. Eagles win it though. Dolphins and Jets. Oof. What do we got the records? Yeah, I'll say the Dolphins would win that one. Jets are not good. Steelers and Ravens. Oof. Okay, realistically, wait, I think they play in Pittsburgh the final week. I'm going to give the Ravens the win there. Yeah, I think Cooper Rush will find that one out. Again, I'm saying this is when Lamar gets injured. Colts and Jags. Yeah, the Jags never lose again. I remembered. The Jags have not lost in Duval to the Colts since 2014. Don't see that changing. Titans and Browns. This is kind of a toss-up. Like, who do I like here? I'm going to say, Titans. Broncos and Raiders. Who do we like here? This is kind of a bad matchup. I'll say the Broncos win that. Okay, I can't have that team that low. Bengals and Bills. Bengals. Big time dub. Texans and Chiefs. Chiefs win that one. Texans fall below 500. Oof. Again, the Texans, guys, I'm sorry. I don't want to compare this to baseball, but if you're not getting better, you're getting worse. The Texans did not get better this offseason. Again, we'll get to them a little bit later, but you can't be, if you're a Texans fan, you got to be kind of mad how your offseason went. Cowboys and Lions. Yeah, I think Cowboys have too many wins, right? Yeah, with the Lions that up there. Bears and Packers. What are the Bears? They have a lousy record? They kind of do. I'll give the Bears. No, the Packers. We'll give the Packers that one. Vikings. Yeah, Commanders there. Seahawks and Falcons. Yeah, Seahawks win that one. Saints and Bucks. Bucks. That's just kind of a gimme there. Rams and Cardinals. I really think the Rams are going to lose one of the Cardinals this year. Is this the one? I'm going to say it actually is. I'll give the Cardinals that one. But realistically, do I want them walking up the division? Oh, this is too tight. I'm going to say the Rams win that one. They stay atop. All right. After Week 14, I had the Ravens at 10-2 atop the AFC North, but I have Lamar injured. Rams 10-3 again, 9-4 probably, but again I think they'll figure that one against the Cardinals there. So they'll be atop the NFC. Eagles 9-4, not too bad. Lions are the 3 seed, Bucks are the 4 seed, leading their divisions. Not too surprising there. Chiefs are 10-3. Bills and then the Jags. Again, this is just a complete mess. I think the Jets, the Colts, the Falcons are the worst teams in football. Bears Browns aren't really too far behind. That's what I got there. Yeah, so not too many absolutely atrocious teams. Just not many good teams. I'll just put it like that. Wild card is pretty tight overall from what I see. Yeah, right? Pretty tight. All right, there we go there. Let's get into our final part before we can figure out what the win total over-unders are after this. All right, moving into Week 15 here. Looking at where's the Thursday game? Falcons and Bucks. I really hope this is the game when we get there. Bucks, please win that one. Move the 4-0 in the division. Honestly, it could be 6-0. I don't care. Honestly, I think this will get in the game again if it's just a random date that Mike Evans breaks 1,000 yards and breaks the record, something like that. All right, Chargers, Chiefs. Chargers. Big time win there. Statement win. Ravens and Bengals. Yeah. Again, if I say Cooper Rush is the starter in that game, yeah, I'm going to take the Bengals. Bills and Patriots. Yeah. I'll give the Bills that one. They're not going to drop that one. Jets and Jags. Ew, that's not a fun game. Jets. Ugly upset. Dolphins and Steelers. Steelers win. Yeah, it's cold weather. Never mind. It's on Monday Night Football. That game's going to be ugly. Cardinals and Texans. Yeah. What do we got? Texans. Yeah, Cardinals win that one. Cardinals fall to 6-8. No, it's Texans win that one. What am I talking about? Browns and Bears. Bears. Flub up the record a little bit. Raiders and Eagles. Honestly, that'd be a fun upset. It's not happening, though. Titans and Niners. Niners win that one. Their record's still inflated. Colts and Seahawks. Give me the Colts. Big upset. Packers and Broncos. I think Danny Dimes does something stupid. He did it last year in Seattle. Again, it was early season, though. Packers, Broncos. I think the Broncos need this one. So did the Packers. Oof. Give me the Packers. No, screw it. Weird tie. Throw a tie in there. We haven't had a tie in a couple years now, guys. I know it's going to be really hard now. Oh, no, it actually will be easier because both teams get a possession in overtime no matter what happens. Unless it gets pick 6 or something. But still, yeah. Weird tie. Again, throw a wrench into things. Commanders, they win this one. They're not. I think, again, week 1 will be interesting. Wait, do I have the Giants winning week 1? No, I don't. They're not sweeping. Give me the Giants there. No, they're not sweeping. Lions, Rams, Rams. They got a big time win there against Detroit. Again, Panthers and Saints. Panthers. Vikings and Cowboys. Oof. Look at the Vikings. They're 6-7 now. Ooh, I like this. Cowboys. Week 16. Yeah, again, they're scuffle, guys. They started out 5-0. Look what happened. Week 16, I guess that's where we're on now. I think. Yeah, there we go. Chiefs and Titans. That'll be a fun upset. And give me the Chiefs. Patriots, Ravens. Do I see the Patriots drop? Do I see the Ravens dropping again? Wait, do I admit that I didn't miss the Ravens game? I think I did, right? I had to have, right? Yeah, Bengals and Ravens. Oh, this is the game I had Bengals. No, Ravens figuring out. Yeah. All right. Back to it. This is tough. Patriots. They're gonna be not fun to play against this year. Bills and Browns. See the upset? No, I'll say the Bills figure that out. Jags and Broncos. And that's the one thing the Bills haven't. They've been blown away late in the season like some other teams. Broncos got to win there. Raiders beat the Texans. Again, this is gonna be an absolutely awful division this year, guys. I'm telling you. Bengals, Dolphins. The Dolphins are 7-7. The Bengals are 8-6. Ooh, the Dolphins are home. I'll give them the win. Bengals defense just collapsing in this one. Chargers and Cowboys. Oof. Chargers win that one. Jets and Saints. That's just not a very good game. Jets win that one. Steelers and Lions. Again, realistically, it's probably one of the only games in the schedule. Again, you could really see the Jets winning in late December. Anyway, though, Steelers and Lions. What do we got? The Steelers if 9-5. Yeah, the Lions get the win there. Niners and Colts. Again, what do you have? The Steelers dropping. Yeah, that looks pretty good there. Again, kind of the saving grace of that Miami game. But Niners and Colts. Yeah, Niners. They don't drop those games. Rams and Seattle. I think, again, short week after that game against the Lions. I don't love that one. That's just not a good matchup for the Rams. So, again, they're going to have to wait another week to get clinch division of sorts. Probably not, though. Packers and Bears. Yeah. Ooh, this is fun. The Packers dropping it. I'm going to have the Packers drop it. Yep. That's going to be a big upset. They should have done it last year. 6-9. Nice Bears. Eagles and Commanders, though. Ooh, this is fun. I got to pick the Commanders there. Yeah, I don't know if they're going to drop it, but again, we can't have repeat champions in the West, or in the East. There we go. Vikings and Giants. I'll say the Vikings, I'll put them out of their misery. Giants fall to 6-9, nice. Bucks and Panthers. Ooh, that's a fun one. Honestly, give it to the Panthers. They're 5-0 in the division. That's just so NFC South. The Cardinals and, this is fun. Yeah, give me the Cardinals. All right, week 17, we're down to 2 weeks, and we'll get the playoffs and all that. After I look at the win totals, again, we'll do that. But anyway, Broncos and Chiefs. What do we want in this one? Yeah, I said the Broncos will pull out the upset. We'll see if that happens. Texans and Chargers. Texans with the win there. Jags and Colts. Good the Colts that one. Patriots and Jets. Yeah, I'm just not a big fan of Liam Cohen, so we'll say that. Patriots and Jets. Yeah, we'll say the Patriots win that one. Steelers and Browns. Ooh, that's a fun one. That's a really fun one. Browns. So the Ravens look to clinch the division. Maybe. Also, again, I don't know what's going on here. There's like a bunch of flex games. It's like a bunch of crap for week 17. Not the Christmas game. This is the Christmas night game, but for Thursday Night Football. But the Saturday flex games. This is not going to be a flex game, and I don't really think it'll matter. I'll say the Giants win that one, though, in a game that's meaningless. So, again, probably at this point, Jackson's are starting of sorts. Again, the Giants kind of just going to salvage a record. Again, Brian Dable, Joe Shane are doing whatever they can to flub up the record. Ravens and Packers. I think this will be on a Saturday. It's gonna be like a third Saturday night game. But again, with the injury to Lamar, I'm gonna say the Packers are able to win that one. Cardinals and Bengals. Interesting one. I think the Chiefs already. Wait. I think the Chiefs already clinched the division, right? Yeah, I think there's no way they lose it. Yeah, so Chiefs already have the division, so this game is, I won't call it meaningless, but for the Chiefs, it's like 1 seed-ish. Again, I want to make this interesting, though. So, yeah, I think the Packers will win that one, though. Cardinals-Bengals, fun one for sure. I think the Cardinals, need this one badly. I'm going to say they win this one. No, I'll give the Bengals that. So, yeah, the Cardinals fall to 7-9. I think they're eliminated by the playoffs at that point. Womp womp. You know what? Screw it. Well, I want more competitive football. Saints and Titans, again, Tank Bowl, not really a meaningful game. But again, I'll give that one to the Titans. Bucks and Dolphins. We'll give that one to the Dolphins. Do I want to do that? Wait, who are the Bucks playing week 18? Ooh, that's fun. I'm doing that. Eagles and Bills. I don't even know how this got to week 17, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna say the Bills just absolutely throttle the Eagles. Cowboys Commanders. Again, winner of this game is gonna win the division. But let's be honest. Going into this season, do I think that the Cowboys or Commanders are gonna win this division? Everyone's gonna say the Commanders, but screw it. Going with the Cowboys. They're gonna do it. They're gonna. We'll see. Who do they play in week 18? Oh, I love this. I really love this. Ooh, that's tough though, because then the Commanders don't have much to play for, or they do. I'll make a storyline out of this. Lions and Vikings. Are the Vikings already eliminated? I guess they're not. I want this to get super crazy though, so I'm gonna pick the Vikings in that one. Seahawks and Panthers. Yeah, I gotta go with the Panthers, right? Make this interesting, yeah, because then the Commanders would wait. The Bucks are. Ooh, this is tough because the loser, and then if they win this one, let me see this. I'll go to week 8. We'll play around with this, but yeah, Bears and Niners. It's again meaningless game for the Bears. Why would I not pick? Oh wait, because I want the Rams to clinch the division, right? You know, we'll give the Bears some random week 18 game. Rams are gonna be the Falcons. I think the Falcons clinch the number 1 pick. Do they? Yes, they clinched the number 1 pick. Freaking Saints. God damn it. They play. This is a Tank Bowl. Oh, I love this. This is actually going to be crazy. You want to set it up for a crazy week 18. So I'm going to say the Rams win that one, clinch the division. I don't know. I think they get the 1 seed. Honestly, that could probably happen too. All right, week 18. This is going to get crazy. We'll do the win totals in the next segment. But Chiefs and Raiders. I think the Chiefs already have the division, right? They want the 1 seed though. I'll go the Chiefs that one. Chargers and Broncos for a wild card spot, if I'm not mistaken. Ooh, this is fun. This is really freaking fun. Do they both get in, though? I don't want to see the Dolphins in the playoffs this year, to be honest with you guys. I really just don't. Because, again, they're not going to cold weather stadium again, unless they go to Houston. So, again, can they realistically get the 5 seed? Again, the Broncos when they don't. I think the Broncos, they're just, again, going the season, they're more deserving than the Dolphins, though, right? Oh, this is tough. I think, this is really tough. This is like a coin flip. Do I do it another time? I'm not going to. I'm going to say that, this is tough. I don't want a Broncos-Texans matchup, though. I'm going to say the Chargers win that one. No, we get the same matchup as last year, though. No, what if the Steelers win? Wait. No, still same thing. I don't want that. I'd like. Ooh, this is tough. I'm gonna say the Broncos win that one. We like that. All right, Colts and Texans. The Texans already won the division, so that game's meaningless at 8-9. That's ridiculous. But I'm not even that surprised. Colts, I guess, finished 6-11, so they're not actually absolutely atrocious. This game's meaningless, though. Again, usually it is. Browns and Bengals. Do the Bengals can they still get in? I don't know, maybe. Jets and Bills. The Bills already have the division, so this game's meaningless, right? No, it's not. We'll say the Bills win that one. They have the head of the Chiefs, though. I want the Chiefs with the 1 seed, though, but no, I won't. I don't want them getting the 1 seed because we're gonna do something with this. Yeah, there we go. Dolphins and Patriots. Yeah, the Steelers are winning that one. So again, the Ravens don't get the 1 seed because again, I talked about that. Well, if they did win, they would get the 1 seed, though, right? Yeah, they would. So Cooper Rush and all that. I'm gonna say the Steelers win that one. Clinch a playoff spot there. Dolphins and Patriots. I think the Patriots are already eliminated, right? They're 8-8. They knocked them out. Ooh, that's fun. That's so fun. Bam, doing it. Patriots knocked the Dolphins out of the playoffs, going to next year super hot like that. Titans and Jags, completely meaningless. I don't even know who. I don't really care. Jags, sure. Yeah. No, Liam Cohen gets fired. No, I'm joking. I don't know. Well, Titans fans, we'll give you something. Cardinals and Rams. This game is meaningless. Rams win. Maybe for the Cardinals it's meaningful. Seahawks. Oh wait. This is tough because I don't think the Commanders can win the division, right? No, this is for a playoff spot. I forgot about that. What if the Seahawks and the Commanders win? What would that do? I wouldn't put them in, would it? Go get the Bucks and Panthers. That would put the. Oh, I wouldn't put the Commanders in either. Put the freaking Packers in, bro. All right. What are we gonna do here? Niners and Seahawks. The Niners, I think, already have the 5 seed, right? Even if the Cowboys won this, the Niners would have the 6. Oh, this is tough. I say the Niners. They don't play their starters. They don't care where they have to go. The Packers and Vikings. The Vikings are already like. Can they still get in? Let's. No, I'm gonna pick the Packers. The Packers don't lose those. Again, especially with what's gonna go on here. Lions and Bears. What do the Bears play for again? The division. Wait. Oh shoot. This is actually a fun one. No, I'm gonna say the Lions closed out. They're gonna win the division. Saints and Falcons. It's literally tank bowl purity. This is what I wanted. This is like literally the perfect matchup. Saints win it. Wait, if the Falcons win it, they still have the #1 picks. This doesn't really freaking matter. This game actually this is completely meaningless. Falcons win a meaningless game. Rams get the #1 pick. Yeah, boy. I'm gonna actually say that happens. Cowboys and Giants. I really don't. No, this is actually huge. Oh, there's a giant. Oh, this would be huge, bro. No, it can't happen. There's a rule. There's a rule for this. Commanders. I don't know. Do they even get in? They don't. Why aren't they in? Oh, this is why. Bucks win the division. Why aren't the Commanders freaking in, bro? Who's in? Oh, it's the freaking Packers. I forgot about that. Do I just give them it? And I think this is what I'm gonna do. No, you screw ties. We don't care about funkiness. We'll give this random Week 18 game a tie. We'll do that. Where's the Broncos game versus the Cowboys? We're retracting this. We'll say the Broncos win this one. They lose to the Chargers. And then the Packers are out, right? Yeah, they finish 9-8. I think I like that a lot more. I don't like the Seahawks in, though. That kind of pisses me off. Can I undo all that? I think I'm better off with that. So we're going to tie that game. I can't say the Packers are in the playoffs, though, because they got Mike and all that. Like, I mean, I don't want them in the playoffs, but tie there. We like that. And we'll say that they win this. There we go. Do I like that? Chargers gets to get knocked out, womp womp. And then, yeah, I guess Commanders don't get in. Sure. Because they already need the Seahawks to lose. This is actually so complicated. I do like that, though. I'm going to stick with that. I think, again, especially with these playoff matchups, I'm sticking with this. I like what's going on here. This is going to be really fun. All right, that's what I got there. Next, we're going to go to the win totals before we figure out the playoffs. Before I predict the playoffs, or my hypothetical playoffs based on the standings, let's look at these over-unders. I think, how many wins do I have to... Oh, shit, this is not good. No, we're going to go here. We'll look at the seedings in a second. All right. I have no team winning more than 12 games, which I think is a little bit weird, because I think there's going to be a team that's going to like 15 or something crazy like that. Worst team in the league gets 4 wins. I think, again, this is a very... Again, I'm not talking about like the actual team records. I'm talking about like the overall, like... highs and lows. I think they're very conservative. 4 wins is about reasonable for the worst team in football. I don't think that's crazy. It's actually probably pretty accurate. 12 wins I think is on the lower end, but like with what happens, I think this is good. All right, Ravens. I have the under. I think that's insane that they're at 11.5. That's a crazy number, but I'm gonna have the under because I have Lamar getting injured. Them losing. What is it now? Their last 4 games. What I have them 11-2. Yeah, I think that's what it was, right? Yeah, but like realistically, those are some tough games down the stretch. So yeah. All right. Bills are at 11.5. I think they have the 1 seed. So yeah, I'm gonna say the Bills win that one. Chiefs are at 12-2, right? So I have them over. Eagles are under because I know they have 10 wins. They lost to the Cowboys. Bengals are under. They still make the playoffs though. Lions think they're at 10, right? Yeah, they're at 10, so they're under too. Chargers are under. I don't know why they're so high. Rams are over. Niners, I think, are under because they have the Week 18 game. Yeah, that would actually really screw things up if they won that. Now I think about it. Commanders are under. Broncos are over. I think they have them at 10, right? The Broncos are at 10? Yeah. Weird. Packers are under. This is really funky. Texans are under. Yeah, me and 8 and 9, bro. Bucks are over. I have 10 wins, right? Yeah. Oh, Panthers just made it on the playoffs. You know what? Screw it. Bryce Young, again, we'll do the MVP at the end. Cardinals are over. They went 9-8. Again, this NFC West is just so good. Bears are under at 7-10. I think it's pretty realistic. Cowboys are over 10-7. Dolphins are over at 9-8. Vikings, I think I can just start memorizing this, right? Vikings are under at 8. Exactly. Steelers are over. I think they have, what are they? 10-7, yeah. Seahawks are over. Patriots are over. Falcons are under. Panthers are over. Colts are under. They're at 6, right? Yep. Jags. Why did this again? I don't want this tie. I think I want. We'll be optimistic with the Jags and say they win that one. No, Titans. That's what I wanted, right? Yeah. All right. Better odds, right? I have them under. I'm at 6, right? Yeah. 6-11, 6-11, 7-10. All right. Raiders are over. Saints are under. Giants are over. Because they're the Giants winning 8 games, right? No, they're 7-10, so they're not that bad. Jets are over. Or are they 5-12? So they're under. Titans I have over. Browns I have. Wow, that's actually insane. That you gotta take the over on that. There's no way. Again, that's like a crazy over and under there. Again, not by much though. All right. I don't really care, but I'll do that after. So there are my over unders. Again, if you want to do that, I guess you can. But yeah, there we go. There. All right. Standings. Jets are last. Raiders last. Browns last. Jags last. Falcons last. Number 1 pick. Let's go. We're getting the number 1 pick, guys. I'm telling you. Giants are last. Bears are last. And Cardinals are last. Nothing really crazy there. Division winners. Again, I had the Bucs and Panthers going right down to the wire. Again, I had the Ravens crazy end of their season. Again, I already talked about that. Nothing really insane though. I didn't try. I tried to make it pretty realistic. So again, I was kind of lying there. But again, I guess having Cowboys winning the division, but it's got to happen. Someone's going to win it. And I don't think the Commanders are going to be great this year. Vikings, I tried to be a little more realistic with. Commanders, I might get burned by. Who knows what will happen? But I don't have anything absolutely absurd in these standings, in my opinion. I think they're very fair and realistic. Outside of maybe being the Jags at 6-11, but even then, I think it's pretty fair. All right, here are your playoff matchups. I think they're pretty freaking good. Broncos and Texans. That's probably the weakest matchup. I wanted to make it better, but like, guys, like, what am I gonna do? Steelers, Ravens, again, same exact matchup last year. I guess that's boring, but get Aaron Rodgers in it this time. And again, I guess Cooper Rush is starting, so I guess that's not good. But screw it, we'll say Lamar is back for the playoffs this time. Bengals and Chiefs, that's awesome. Eagles and Bucks, we'll see what happens there. Niners, Cowboys, we love that matchup. Oh my God, it's so awesome. Then we got Packers, Lions. 1 seeds are the Bills and Rams. Anyway, though, our first playoff matchup, because again, the Texans already always kick off the playoffs. Broncos and Texans, I don't know what it is. They always win these wild card games, even though they have a losing record going in the playoffs. Give me the Texans in this one. They're fresh. They're ready to go. Broncos, I mean, you had a tough season, but like, again, I think this will be closer than last year, though. Steelers and Ravens. What a matchup. Ooh, do I do it? This is so tough. Steelers, bro, you can't win a playoff game. Give me the Ravens in this one. No, this is tough. I got to pick upsets, though. I don't want to pick upsets. Ooh, this is tough. All right, I'll talk myself into that. Bengals and Chiefs. Yeah, Chiefs. They're not losing that. Do I do it? No, you know what? We'll say Cooper Rush is still the quarterback. We'll say that Aaron Rodgers walks out with the play. We'll give them playoff win. First one he has since, 2021 now. Eagles and Bucks. Bucks, because they own the Eagles. Again, this will be a good game, but like, give me the Bucks. Give me the Bucks. Niners and Cowboys. Niners over the Cowboys. They own them. Packers and Lions. This is a really fun matchup. Honestly, give me the Packers. I think they'll pull off a big-time upset there. All right, divisional now. Whatever matchups. Steelers and Bills, Texans and Chiefs. Niners and Bucks and Packers and Rams in the NFC. Give me the Chiefs or the Texans. Chiefs tie the record with the Patriots from 2011-2018 with 8 straight conference championship, AFC championship appearances, or just conference championships in general. Steelers, Bills. Guys, it's gonna happen, right? It's gotta happen. Niners and Bucks. The other Niners going to the Super Bowl. Do I actually have it? Ooh, this is tough. Niners? Ooh, this is tough. I don't want to send the Rams to the Super Bowl. We're gonna do it. Bucks, Rams. Again, 7 seed hasn't gotten to the NFC Championship. It could definitely happen, but like, I don't see that. All right, conference championship. It's gonna happen at some point. It's gotta happen. This is the year, sure. Bills, Rams, Super Bowl. Rams win the Super Bowl again. Matt Stafford's like gonna die at some point, so like, or retire at some point. My bad. This is the year the Rams win it. They win the Super Bowl, get the number 1 pick. I'm being pretty biased there. Let's go Falcons. But those are my 2025 NFL predictions. If you have any issues with them, comment that down in the section below. Comment who you think is gonna win the Super Bowl. And yeah, we have a wild. Was it September for me? Like, what is it? September 2nd for you guys. The season starts on Thursday. It's going to be like a wild, like, I don't know, what's February? October. Let's say like 5 months. Solid, crazy 4 or 5 months. I'm ready all for it. Here's my preseason predictions. We'll react to it after the Super Bowl. But yeah, those are my predictions. Hope you guys enjoyed. Comment everything down. Rage bait me. I don't care. Do something like that in the comments. That's all I got. And yeah, kickoff preview tomorrow.
Team total. Under pressure off his back.